Remember the famous cheese opening scene from the documentary? That's when we knew we had gold. We are in Wisconsin. It didn't even occur to me that the cheese would be delicious. So have a little piece. America.
Madison, Wisconsin, hello! Somewhere due west of Milwaukee, Madison, by a bunch of lakes I don't know, Harmontown is now in session. Won't you please welcome to the stage Wisconsin's own mayor, Dan Harmon!
Thank you, Madison, Wisconsin. Thank you very, very much. You are too kind. You are too numerous. You are probably too cold, and your room is too echoey. But we are going to imagine me as just a god in a cave for this episode.
Is it echoey out there or just for us?
Maybe it just bounces back weird for us.
Hello? Hello?
Jeff, quick improv sketch in a cave.
Okay.
Man, this place is dark and, I found a sandwich.
I'm Batman.
Whoa! All right, scene over. It's great. As long as you can make it work for yourself. This is as close as we're going to get to my hometown of Milwaukee on this tour. I know. Did someone just yell out, "We love beer"? Is that what he said?
Brown deer.
Brown deer. Oh yeah, brown deer. Yeah. Is that Frito? Wait, where's my buddy Frito? Is Frito here? There he is. He's the Frito.
Where's Frito?
My best friend from high school is here tonight, Dave Friedel.
Let's get him up here. Let's bring him up.
Okay, well, he has a story to tell. Dave, do you think you can make it up? Because I know part of the story involves your locomotion. Do you think you can make it up here, Dave? Sure. Okay. Break down, Madison, Wisconsin. Fucked your mama in the mouth and the tonsils. I fucked your mama like my name was Dan. My name is Dan. Fucked her like a man. Fucked her once, fucked her twice, fucked her fleas, fucked her lice, fucked her in the barn, fucked her in the hole, fucked her like a pole lock. From Milwaukee, fucked her with a walkie-talkie like my name was Bruce Willis in Die Hard. Fucked your mama by the yard. Here's a yard, it's my dick. Here's 2 yards, both my dick. 50 yards, whole thing's my dick. I got a football dick. Go Packers, go! That wasn't bad, Jeff. That wasn't a bad rap.
We're off to a good start. I like it.
It wasn't a good one, but
shit.
unlike most of my raps, that was not bad.
I like that you fucked her fleas and her lice.
Yeah, you can see where I think of the rhyme. What's another thing like lice that...
Dave Friedel, everybody.
Frito.
Hello. How are you? Good to see you again.
Have we ever met?
Yeah, like probably 10, 11 years ago. It was like a Dragon Lounge or someplace like that in LA. We went out drinking.
Oh, the drawing room, maybe?
Maybe it was a drawing room.
Did you come drink at the drawing room?
From your apartment also.
Dave Friedel, my best friend. I met Dave when I was 15, 14 years old. I just transferred into Brown Deer High School in Brown Deer, Wisconsin, from Marshall High School, which was 4,000 students, and I was like, and then I transferred into this 600 student like suburban high school, and not the coolest entrance. I wore a few felt hats and. did own an Inspector Gadget raincoat, which I did wear frequently, and blah, blah, blah. Not the coolest guy coming into school. Dave was the first guy who befriended me because he saw my Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt.
Yeah, it was something along those lines. I mean, it was one of those ones where just in homeroom, I think it was, the D&D and the connection was made real early on that freshman year,
Yeah, because
I can't remember if it was you approached me first or I approached you or whatever it was. But
I remember it as you coming up to me and going like, "Hey, you role play?" Like you saw my Dungeons and Dragons shirt, and I said, "Yeah." He said, "You use a computer?" It's like it was easy to be a nerd back then.
There was one way to be a nerd back then.
Yeah, like if you had a computer, if you knew what one was or how to turn it on instead of a typewriter, you were a nerd. And there were TV shows about how people would use computers to make the refrigerator open or make the world go to war with itself because computers were magical and for nerds alone. And then so you told me about the Citizens Band emulator. It was just like this 300 baud like chat room, which is where I lost my virginity. I met the girl I lost my virginity to. The LA podcast episode where I'm reading from my journals and I'm talking about the girl that I yes, the girl that I
But the condom froze to the roof of the car?
Yeah, and I had such good sex with that she went to a mental hospital. That was Stan Lee needs to come in the bottom and go, Webheads will remember him, Dan fucking a girl mental from issue number 128.
So you fucked her brains out, is what you're saying.
Well, that's how we choose to interpret it. Not that I sent her into a lifelong depression with my adolescent ruttings. It's just like my point is Friedel is a linchpin. He's a galactic nexus. It's like we're so close to my hometown. Friedel came out here, and I want to talk about your toe.
Oh, of course.
Friedel.
So some woman made a theme song out there.
Yeah. Friedel's toe. I think Peter Gabriel is here tonight. Friedel's toe. Friedel's toe.
I think Pearl Jam did. Friedel's toe, 'cause he can't walk around.
You got a blister on your toe.
Yeah.
Story does not end there.
No, it doesn't end there. The blister got a little out of control, and I thought I'd taken care of it and cleaned it up. Was doing the proper care to it, but maybe I quit the antibiotics a little too early or something along those lines. And so by mid-December, when I started to notice the toes smelling like cheese.
It's not. Toe stories are not gonna, they're not gonna make you feel warm and cuddly. This is not date night.
I mean, we're from Wisconsin here, so it's sort of, it's a familiar smell or something,
Friedel's toe.
So the toe started to go bad.
Which toe on which foot?
It's the right. So
Big one.
the right big toe.
So your big toe on your right foot.
Yeah, it's a month removed.
It's been gone.
Yeah.
Now, how does that affect your ability to stand up? Like, don't you need big toes?
You seem to be doing pretty good.
So it turns out we
Balance is all right.
don't need our big toe for anything, do we?
I've been told, unless I want to play basketball,
What do they do with their big toes?
So
They jump. All right.
I
Forget.
may have some calisthenics or jumping problems,
But here's the creepy thing about the whole thing.
Can we see it? Can you take it off? Can we check
it's
it?
all bandaged up.
It's all bandaged up.
Here's the weird thing, okay? And I'm gonna approach the weirdness in stages. Our dungeon master Spencer has two toes fused together, so he's technically also missing a toe. David Friedel was my first Dungeons and Dragons buddy in high school. David Friedel, his name is Germanic, Friedel, but what did we call you?
Freedom.
Free-toe.
Free toe.
Free toe. He is now free of a toe, like Spencer. who has two toes fused together.
Should
Less impressive to Madison's audience than I thought.
let's get.
You're saying a string of meaningless coincidences. I'm saying call Oliver Stone.
Let's bring Spencer out right now.
All right, let's bring Spencer out. I want him to meet Friedel.
What up?
Spencer, this is my buddy, Dave Friedel. He was my first Spencer.
Nice to meet you.
He didn't really dungeon master, but you know, we played D&D together, right?
Yeah,
you
it was Shadowlands. That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game that I ran later on.
You GM'd a little, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the game that I jammed in. The Dungeons and Dragons sketch that you wrote for the Alewives. I remember you ran that session. And that was one of the first sessions when the 3 or 4 of us all got together and started playing. It was real early on, freshman year.
Yeah.
And you know, almost, I don't want to say verbatim that you took that set from that session.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I remember that came out.
Yeah, that was a right what you know thing. How do you think Spencer's been doing as a dungeon master?
He's great. I spent the last couple of days really kind of catching up on the podcast tour and things like that. And even this afternoon, my wife, we were listening to the Turtle Panties episode. In my opinion, I think you were setting up the tour very, very well. So I'm just fascinated. I'm 2 or 3 podcasts behind, but I really can't wait to hear what's kind of been going on and get caught up.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. Dave, what was your character in D&D?
I couldn't remember. I mean, Ars Magica was one of the other.
Ars Magica.
Yeah, that was for Maxwell Artful.
I forgot the name of that. Yeah.
That was the Maxwell Artful character.
Yeah.
Was ours. I can't remember my character names. They were always pretty dumb. I never.
Dave was my first friend in high school, and he's my first drinking buddy too. We used to we would get drunk. We would raid the parents' booze cabinets, and we would mix tequila with Mountain Dew and
And have the juice and anything else.
yeah, anything we could get our hands on. And I can't drink gin to this day because we had 1 bottle of gin. That's all we had, and I drank so much of it I puked. And I can't anything with gin in it will now make me puke. Not important. I mean, you guys are the people that don't give a shit about that toe nexus. So at this point, I mean, it's pearls before swine, frankly. I'll just tell you what I had for breakfast in the morning.
Your toe is cut off. Your toe is cut off right at the base of the toe, or where?
Yeah, it's kind of at an angle again. I can take the shoe off.
Take it off. Take the shoe off. I think we owe it to the audience to see what the hell's going on here.
All right. While he does that, Spencer, I'm being attacked by an orthopedic surgeon.
Rushing at you with his bone saw, the orthopedic surgeon has eyes only for your foots. He dives directly at you, sword drawn, bloodlust raging in his eyes. Foot. That's all.
That was smooth jazz DM fusion. Not the track I would have
I
chosen.
hit the wrong track.
Speaking of
Meanwhile, something
Okay.
terrible's going on.
All right, here we go. Oh shit. Oh fuck. That is a man without a.
That's it.
Wait, so how recent was this?
I lost the amputated the toe on Christmas Eve morning. So, yeah, basically 30 days.
But that's good luck, right? That's. I think that's.
So they cut.
Didn't bring me shit. It took my.
They didn't cut the whole toe off. They cut it off at a diagonal.
Yeah, they kind of got it at a diagonal.
So you have that last phalange there? Or?
Yeah, it's not the
Metatarsal. Sorry,
All right,
Jesus
wait, wait.
Christ.
I don't know. I don't think it's the same lady.
No,
it's
no.
just from the darkness. Like it would be weird if she was
It's
like.
not. It's still a phalange, isn't it? The phalanges are here. Come on, dude. All right. What did they cut off?
What's at stake, sir? Come on, dude, what? Finish your thought. Come on, dude, get your toe shit together. You're gonna get laid tonight. I mean, I have a girlfriend. I'm skipping town tonight like a thief in the night. I want you to get your money's worth, but
Aren't they still called phalanges on your toes? No? They are. It's
think
metacarpal and metatarsals in your foot.
Yeah.
But the end are still called phalanges, right?
There's the carpals and the metacarpals and the tarsals and the metatarsals, and I think those are all phalanges.
Yeah, so fuck off, whoever you are.
crazy, drunk foot doctor lady. No more Mai Tais for her. And foot books.
So
She's drunk on knowledge. She's abusing it.
So Dave, you had a blister that went bad, and now part of your toe is gone.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's a cautionary tale if ever there was one. Take your blisters seriously, people. What did you do wrong? What can you tell these poor kids?
If you could go back in time.
And don't eat sweets and you're diabetic, take your insulin and stuff like that. That's the other, another component of it as well.
I wanted to be the same lady the whole time, like, woo, diabetes, foot expertise. Are you saying? Wait, what did you say about diabetes in Wisconsin? We're gonna cure it in Wisconsin? Oh, we cheer it. Okay. Well, yeah.
Is that a diabetes thing? Is it?
And I was to say that wasn't a contributing factor, maybe because I do have diabetes. Yeah, that it would.
Oh, okay. So it's not that you ate a bunch of Twinkies and got a blister and your toe came off.
It wasn't that simple, but yeah. It's the combined whatever actions of having the disease.
Oh, I see. So it wasn't just like you had an infection that went awry.
But it is an infection that yes went very awry.
So what could you have done differently?
I think the thing was, the thing that I think, I don't know, other than perhaps to have seen the doctor more often, stayed on the antibiotics a little longer.
Oh, I see.
I just want to know if that guy said leave him alone or leave it alone. Was that your advice about a blister? Leave it alone. Like he picked at it until his toe came off. Stop picking at it. I have one last thing to ask about diabetes, Dave. Is it true what I heard that it can be cured with a rap about diabetes? No toe, what a brother knows. Ate too many Twinkies, lost my toe. Going down low, free toe, gotta lose his toe. Went to the doctor the other day, said, what am I gonna do? He said, no way, leave the blister alone, put it up on the table. You're gonna be in a toeless stable if you don't follow my directions. Fucked your mama with my erections. Madison, 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 Madison. Capitol Building, Madtown, USA. Fucked your mama so hard she thought I was gay. She said, how could you be that attentive to women without knowing just part of it yourself? This is what she meant. She wasn't homophobic. No way. She was more, she was an advocate. And we spent a long summer together. And I fucked her a lot. And is it the weirdest audience that we've ever had, Jeff?
No,
in terms of their relationship with us?
No, it's the audio here.
It's the distance between us and the darkness. It's like
it's a cavern.
You guys are like dark crystal Muppets. Like we can only see shapes, and here. Like you.
Ideally, you would all be up on stage surrounding us. Like we'd all be like.
I'm still trying to figure out what makes you angry and what makes you clap. There's a sense of outrage when I. What's that, sir? Can we talk about it? Yes, we can talk about it. Otherwise, there's no show. Are you saying, sir, that you'd like to talk about it? What's your name, sir? Ethan.
Ethan, come up.
Can you
Get up
scramble up here,
Get up
Ethan?
here.
Do you want me to hold your mic while you do that? Would it help if I held that?
If you're young and spry, you can do it this way. Yeah, great.
Nice.
All right, Ethan.
Hey, Dan Harmon. Can I sit down?
Yeah, sit down.
No, stand up like a gentleman and be next to him. You haven't earned Dave Friedel status where you can just sit down. You have to cut off your psyche's toe before you get a chair.
All right.
If Davis, I would follow you to the gates of hell.
Is that right?
I knew you before I knew Dan Harmon.
Well, God bless you. What's your name again?
Ethan.
Ethan, will you sing a country song for us?
Which one?
This one.
Take it, Ethan.
I've never been to Texas. I don't know what they think. Maybe it was fun in Austin. But why are you avoiding Milwaukee?
All right.
Pretty good. That's not bad. Not bad.
Well, here's why. Are you from Milwaukee?
No, I'm from Chicago.
Oh.
I couldn't get tickets, so I drove here and I love you so much.
You should have called me.
I tried to Twitter you, but it didn't work.
It's routing. It's just routing. It's nothing personal between me and Milwaukee. Although I will say I was beaten there. Although most people do get beaten in their hometowns. It's just.
Who's in Milwaukee tonight?
What's that?
Who's in Milwaukee tonight that you could be there? Who beat you to Milwaukee? I don't understand.
No. I
He was beaten as a child.
wasn't beaten there in a cannonball
Child
run.
abuse. Child abuse. His parents beat him.
I was beaten there by Bob Goldthwait. Yeah. We're on the world's least viewed reality show.
Sorry, I was the man. Can we eventually later, after the show? The dance is something I've never seen in a podcast, and it kind of blows my mind a little bit.
Do you want to touch me? Okay. So you're from Chicago. What's your biggest fantasy, Ethan? Like, I don't know, like what do you want?
My biggest fantasy would be to have like 3 dudes like animate anything I told them to animate. And dude, no. My biggest fantasy would be to have Justin.
Ethan, do they have to be dudes? Is part of your fantasy that only dudes animate your fantasy?
I think the animation part is the unnecessary part. I think it's like no, wait.
I think it's on something I think that's really important. Dudes.
Dudes, they got wieners. They're not Mexican. I'm just gonna say that word. Okay. Fucked up, went down a dark road. If there's anyone of any version of Latin origin here, you come up stage and just.
Any Latinas here?
Okay, the toe expert lady.
Are you okay with being white?
What's that?
Are you okay with being white?
Am I okay being white? Well, I membership has its privileges. You get a bigger car, you get a longer driveway, you get to talk and not just in the driveway. You get to golf, you get to eat mayo. I love being white, yayo. I don't know. It's burdensome. It's got to be the hardest race to be, right? Because of all the guilt.
I've listened to like every one of your shows, and lately even it seems like you've been talking about it a lot.
I'm working on a lot of my issues on the road. Like there's some themes developing. race has always been a theme of the show, but we're getting more specific. Like I brought all of the black people in the audience up on stage, and then I started rapping about fucking like government. And here's another thing that happened. It hasn't aired yet in Chicago. We started rapping at the end of the show, and then it turned into like this weird low stakes American Idol thing where people started coming up and they wanted to rap, and people would boo them or not, and then they would get off this line for him. And then this guy that wasn't really a Harmontown fan, I think he'd been dragged there by his friends, kind of a stout. Yeah, his name was Khalil. He closes the show. Spoiler. But he's like his demeanor is very like giggly off stage. But he came up with like this kind of, I would say, Ice Cube-ish kind of like register. And he laid it out, and he used the N-word with grace and
aplomb.
And I had a fucking spasm. Like because I don't want to ever say it. But I love it. I love it. I do have some kind of strange, like I got something to work out with black people. I don't know what it is.
Should we bring all the Latinos up on stage right now?
I don't have anything to work out with them.
Why not though? Why are you bringing Latinos up on stage? That's kind of weird.
Why not?
Yeah, it seems racist to think that's weird. Why is it so weird?
Will all the Latinos get on stage right now, please? All Latinos to the stage.
Okay, if you're vaguely Latin.
Okay, we got two takers.
Ethan, out!
Ethan, thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan. That was cool. All right, Ethan did one of the cool Harmontown moves. He dismissed himself. We like that. I say give Ethan a T-shirt if we can handle it. All right. We gotta.
Madison has 5 Latinos.
Yeah.
What's your names? Dave. Dan.
I know I look white.
It's all right. Hey, listen. Oh my God. Sarah half. Okay.
What?
Did you say? Oh, Liana.
Liana. All right. So, what is your ethnicity?
Well, I'm Hispanic and like 1/16 Apache, so.
Nice.
All right.
Me too. I just realized this is as close as we'll ever get. Okay, 2 people in the audience are gonna get this. This is as close as we'll ever get to having being able to recreate the animated Rubik's Cube cartoon from the 80s. There was a Rubik's Cube cartoon. It was called Rubik the Amazing Cube, and for some cool reason, I don't know that it was like this. They made it like it was a Hispanic like family. Like there was not. I mean, I don't. Rubik wasn't. He was like an E.T. kind of figure that could turn into anything Rubik colored, and in every episode he'd fall off a shelf and get scrambled, and so that's when he loses his powers. You have to solve him, but the kids that traveled with him, they were brothers and sisters, and they were I don't know if they were Mexican or they spoke with accents. The actors they hired had accents, and I remember being a kid and going, well, this is weird. But I had no problem with it. Maybe it's because Menudo was big. And they were like, let's cash in on this Menudo thing, the way everything was Australian when Crocodile Dundee came out.
It was just ahead of their time, though. I mean, like, we're definitely going to be a majority in the United States in, like, what, 50 years or something like that?
Tomorrow. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that really is what it comes. But then, have fun with the Chinese. I'll hit the lights when I leave the planet.
All the Chinese people come to the stage. Every Chinese person up on stage.
No, but you have to be a citizen of China. Like you can't just be some awesome Chinese dude. I want it like a national up here.
So Dan, we have 5 Latinos up on stage.
It wasn't really my call. I mean,
I'm saying maybe sing a song or samba.
Isn't that racist though? I mean, there's a fine line between irony and everyone that's yelling stuff out right now. You're all crossing a weird line. Make them do this. Make them do that. They're at least learn their names or something. Well, here's the safe thing to do. Shut up for a second. Then you won't cross any lines. I don't want to make them dance or sing. But I think they should do a scene about drug safety.
About drug safety?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are my family. I'm your youngest child. I'm 15. You're my mom, you're my dad, you're my little brother, and you're my, you are our, you said you were, you said I'm only half or something like that? Okay, you play our white housekeeper. My name is Ramon.
I'm your mom. I know you're your mom, so.
What?
I'm your mom. I know you're your mom.
But not my mom. You're safe. You're the only one that's safe. Okay. Mom, Dad, I'm home. I'm Ramon.
Oh, we love you. Speaking Italian.
He's bad at being Latino.
I want to go to my room, okay? I just want my privacy. I won't be down for dinner.
Joseph, pretty drunk at the conception.
Oh, I'm smoking so much weed. Oh, I'm Ramon.
I think to tell you this, as we can tell you, I was cleaning his room.
I'm done.
There was some stuff in his
So, youngest son, what do you know about it? Well, until the guys can share both, but you shoot up five times a week.
Well, I'm actually not high anymore. I'm kind of hungry. I'll go down for dinner. Actually, I am kind of hungry. I'm down for dinner.
What do you get? Meat slice?
I get high, okay? I get high. I mean, why shouldn't I, right? It's a white man's country. I mean, what are we to them? We're nothing. Nothing!
Have you seen that cartoon about the Rubik's Cube? You've come a long way.
No, what do you mean? Look, there it is on the TV. What is that cube? Oh, multiple colors. I get it. I bet white people won't get it, but I do. It's diversity. Rubik's Cube, I get it.
It's the way of the future.
But why, when you solve the cube, do you do it by separating all the colors into sections? 30 years later, I'm Ramon! I'm a violent separatist! I have taken over the world! Oh! I got shot in the head! It wasn't fatal, but oh, my parents, my family, my white housekeeper. Oh, I'm sorry I turned my back on you for 30 years. I shouldn't have gotten high.
Thank you, Latinos.
All right, our Latinos.
Our Latino audience, everybody. Thank you so much.
Make them dance, make them sing. You guys don't know how to approach these things. I live in Los Angeles. Those were basically my people. I don't. All right. Oh, I can't step too far forward or it rings out. Shit, we got a Jeff. This is your last show with us for a couple shows.
I leave Harmontown for the next 2 shows.
Yeah, I'll see if I can scramble to find somebody to fill in for you. Is there any requests you have? Because it's kind of like a goodbye party for you.
I would like to see more Jerry McSeinfeld. Dan unleashed a new character where he's the Irish version of Jerry Seinfeld. Where were we? Bloomington.
We were in Chicago, I think. No. We were in
Bloomington.
Bloomington when we did
Indiana.
Jerry McSeinfeld.
Jerry McSeinfeld.
The Irish Seinfeld.
So can I get somebody in the audience? What's a pet peeve? Jerks. Okay. Say what? talking on phones, like somebody in line in front of you talking on a phone. This is Irish Jerry Seinfeld, Jerry McSeinfeld. Good evening. I would have gotten here sooner, but I had to wait in line. There was a guy in front of me. He kept doing one of these. You ever see one of these? This guy, holding my hand up like a phone. Who's he talking to? Well, how's that conversation going? Oh, I'm in line. Hey, everyone's in line. We're not telling the world about it. You know, if you want to call somebody, use a phone booth.
Thank you, Dan.
What's up with all these phones? When did phones become so important? In my day, you didn't have to have a phone all the time. Now they're everywhere. Well, I guess that's just technology, and it's actually. How about something in the news? Something in the news. The Taliban. Why do they call them the Taliban? It sounds so playful. You know? Oh, the Taliban are coming over. That sounds fun, don't it? You call them the skull fuckers or something. Call them the booger eaters. At least, intimidate them a little bit. You know what we call you? We call you the booger eaters. Oh, well, then I won't blow so many things up then. Whoa. It's just, I observe these things with my Irish perspective, and then I share them, and if you agree, then you like it, and if you don't, then it's, I scratch it off my set list.
What's, for the audience, something that really gets your goat?
Right to work.
What? The drive to work? Okay, Dan, because...
What's that expression, get me goat? What do you have to get someone's goat? I don't want your goat.
Dan, hold up. Because
hold up? Why do you hold something up? Why can't you hold it down? That's just a few things I've been observing.
I want a Jerry McSeinfeld rap about whatever's on your mind.
All right. Well, break it down. Yo, I'm Jerry McSeinfeld. I'm here to say a few things I observed in a casual way. If they resonate with you, I'd like you to laugh or applaud. And if you don't, what's up with giraffes? Why are their necks so long? Why can't they eat smaller trees all along? Oh, I went to the zoo. What's a corn nut? It's not a nut. Oh.
Thank you.
All right. We gotta do a thing. I'm gonna go at a breakneck pace now and do some confusingly elaborate shit really fast.
Okay.
My hero and mentor who taught me not only improv but in comedy sports how to be a cool, good person and have respect for the audience. His son was in Pittsburgh and freaked me out, and then he told his dad that I was coming to Madison, and he came here. Bob Orvis, can you come up to the stage?
Bob Orvis.
Whoa, he bolted. And
Bob Orvis.
Okay. And Morgan Groby, our tour manager, you need to come up here because I'm going to use him for something. I want to do we'll do it as quickly as possible because I have to do it. Where's Morgan? Morgan coming up? Okay.
Morgan Groby, everybody.
All right. Morgan's the brains on the road. He keeps us on schedule. Okay, we're gonna play Story because that was the first game I ever I learned from Bob, and it was the first time anyone ever respected me as an adult and said, "Hey, you're good at Story," and I'm not good at it. But Jeff, you're gonna play it too, and I feel like Spencer would be kind of good at this. And
the interesting thing is when Dan was playing Story, he is right after he had his ass kicked in Milwaukee, and his eyes were so swollen that he could only look out the bottom of his eyes. So that getting his ass kicked was a true story.
And it wasn't Hispanic people that did it.
Oh, no.
You know what? It was black people. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I got this ass beating and I was like, why did they hate me? Like, what can I do for them? I don't know. I gotta work it out. I got 10 cities left or something. I'll figure out what my deal is with race.
So explain the game for them.
Okay, well, it's pretty simple. We're just gonna, you tell a story. Whoever he points to tells the story until he points at someone else. This is like basic improv game. Hey, is there room for McGaffey to have a mic?
Do you have another mic?
Yeah, only
We only have 4 mics.
All right.
We can share a mic.
Save Spencer until Spencer can observe how it works, and I think he'll be okay at it. Okay, all right, let's start. We need the title.
Title of the story. Say what? Dan Harmon's Excellent Adventure.
Okay, fine. A little meta, but maybe it'll be a critical hit. Thank you. My joke's agent, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a cold and windy night. Dan Harmon had just stopped fucking the lice off my mother.
When a thought occurred to him. What if I took a jar of peanut butter and wore it as a hat?
And became the mayor of Madison, Wisconsin. Would that work?
He said to himself as he peeled sweaty socks off of his hands. It had been a long
time since he peeled sweaty socks off of anything, if you know what I mean.
But we didn't know what he meant, so he demonstrated how he'd peel those hot, sweaty socks.
Inch by inch. Inch by inch.
Painstakingly, he pulled off the sock. Peeling slowly off his sweat-slicked skin, the man decided to throw him against
the fire, which had been firing in the corner.
For centuries. Dan burst into the yard with a
gun. It was a small gun, it was a harmless gun, because that's Dan Harmon.
But lethal nonetheless. 9 rounds to kill 9 people. He was going to rob 9
people of their souls by shooting them. I don't need to over-explain this, do I? I mean, it's murder. It's been around forever. I'm sorry I tried to make it fancy.
Dan walked into the yard with the gun and saw in the
corner of the yard a small flower. It changed his mind for a moment.
And then his mind changed back to murder.
He went somewhere absolutely
unusual.
He decided he wasn't going to rip that flower apart. He was just not going to water it. And just watch it
sit and die.
With the days as they flew off the calendar. Finally, the flower died.
And he thought to himself, murder's a strange thing.
Why did I walk out here with a gun?
And then he remembered why and shot his next door neighbor, who was a man by the name of Fred. Fred has been a gardener for about
14 years. Dan had stumped that gardener, that sexy little gardener.
With his long shears and his flirtatious
eyes full of little heart shapes.
The police pulled up to Dan Harmon's apartment.
Oh, what's all this then? Said Officer McSeinfeld. I couldn't help but notice that your front yard is
aghast with dead people. What's with dead people?
I just think it's a strange thing to have in one's yard. I mean, I'm no decorator, but I think I have a high-pitched voice.
Because I am Irish Seinfeld. What's the deal? Why the blood on your shoes?
Why do they call it yards? We're not foot.
I mean, they're arranged in feet.
Right?
Hey, why are we all sucking helium? We were asking each other. suddenly, Dan turned to the side where he saw Frito's toe creeping toward him.
It menaced slowly in the side yard in the shade as it revealed itself.
Hi, Dan. Would you like a piece of cake?
Fiddle's toe, make it flow like
For all the children!
With Dan's gun, he shot Irish Seinfeld.
Oh, why do they call it getting shot? Said Irish Seinfeld. Why don't they call it getting bulleted? Bob Orban, everybody. I love you, Bob. Thank you.
Thanks for not eliminating it.
Yeah, I did it. We did it. Yeah, I used to do that for a living, and now I do this not for a living. It doesn't. I don't know how much of it makes any sense.
Dan, you know what time it is? It's D&D time. Spencer, if you would, release the character sheets.
All right.
Aaron McGathy, back to the stage.
I lost my vodka cup. Oh, it's behind Jeff. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Finally, someone in the audience yells out something practical. The location of my booze. I'm sorry, that was abusive. You know what it is? It's like you leave the Midwest, you come back, and you start acting like a dick. I'm sorry. Sorry. Someone just told me my shoes untied.
He hates it.
And when someone tells me my shoes untied, I go berserk. Stop. Yes, I know it's untied.
Dan, yours is here.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Spencer, if you would, bring us up to date in our campaign.
Thank you.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Old joke. Our heroes trapped.
Yeah. Stay up here, Frito.
Frito advise me if I get along.
Our heroes, trapped deep within the bowels of the mythical Infinite Fish, discovered a master swordsman. After some prodding, Valicent the swordsman decided to journey deeper with the party. They headed fish west to a passage covered in acid-filled trenches. Using Tender's floating disc to cross the passage, they launched themselves through a meat curtain. There they saw a mysterious ice stalk. Using multiple abilities, the creature charmed Quark. But after a fearsome nail-biting action sequence, the eye was destroyed. The group looked on to the 3 ways ahead before deciding which way to proceed. So do you guys remember you just killed that eye thing? There's 3 different paths.
Yeah, there's 3 blue portals, right?
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
holes in the wall.
Are they labeled at all?
They are not labeled.
As a ranger, do I have any sense for the right direction?
You have a pretty good sense of direction, but most of that is relying on weather and or local flora and fauna and not the inherent organs of a beast.
Gentlemen, I'm pretty confident it's the door on the far right.
All right.
Or just power of elimination.
I detect magic on all 3 of these orifices.
Neither of them are magic.
None of them are magical.
All right, being a barbarian, known for my whimsy, I walk up to the center portal and I approach it and examine it.
It looks the same as the other 2.
How big is it?
What's up?
How large is this portal?
I'd place it at about 2.5 feet wide.
I put a finger in it.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I ask the far left door if I say, if I ask the right door if I should take the middle door, will it tell me yes?
It gives a feeble shuttle.
Dance, magic dance!
Valicent pipes up. What are you guys doing?
Shtick!
Oh, I like it.
We're doing bits!
I thought we were gonna talk about swords.
Oh, hey, Valicent, nice sword you got there.
Hey man, Thanks.
Where'd you get that sword?
It was forged in the fire of several thousand fire elementals.
No shit.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I have an emerald dagger. Do you like daggers or just swords?
They're like the baby sword. You know?
Okay. Well, have you seen my flaming sword? Pretty wild.
I've seen it. I mean, can you make it strike far away?
Not yet. But can you teach me how to do that?
Well, as it happens, I can. But it involves harnessing your rage.
I harness my rage to learn how to do something.
If it were that easy, you'd
I'm
already know.
an angry student.
Well, let's see. Swing your sword.
I swing my sword.
Nice. Your footing's a bit off.
So that?
Your footing's a bit off. Move your left.
Follow through.
Right.
Musical montage. It's a new way that you use it. I swing a sword. Comes and it goes.
I try on different outfits.
No?
I giggle and shake my head and say next with my mouth.
Visual gag.
Okay, all right. So I go through a musical montage with Madison, and do I learn how to use my sword better?
Let's see here. Yep.
Oh shit! So
Now you cut to. Now you know how to use the secret of the far sword. But remember, you can only use it once in a short while.
Why don't both of you guys use it on two of these doors, and just in case there's something behind it that I'm sure there's not like a beautiful human being on the other side. Right?
Just standing.
That would be the
against
worst
the door.
case scenario. Yeah. In fact, you know what? Let me handle that part. If there's a beautiful human being on the other side of any of these sphincters, you're about to get far sorted. If you're bound and gagged,
it's I'm bound and gagged now. Don't sword.
yeah, knock in that pattern.
Also, if there's a less beautiful being, you too move. You'll also be hurt.
Yeah, you'll be saving our lives. Okay, so why don't you guys fire sword through these holes?
Okay. Do we risk killing somebody that we don't want to kill?
You could close sword them too. Like they're not across a chasm or anything. Like you could walk up to it.
But we're worried about what's on the other side of them, like a trap or something.
Like something. I got you. Like something like a trap that can be cut and destroyed with a sword.
Yeah.
Well, I have trap sense.
That's true.
I sense traps.
You sense no traps.
Yeah.
And there's no traps.
I walk through the middle portal.
Nice. This passage has a high ceiling from which is hanging a large, shiny, vein-looking sack of flesh in the shape of a kidney bean. Several arteries run from various walls into the dangling organ. A huge central cord seems to be its main support, coming down from the ceiling. You can also see what appear to be blue-white sparks of light with multiple arcing limbs crawling to and fro across the surface of the organ.
I asked Valicip if he'll follow me through the left what are the pucker thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm stammering more than usual. I explained that to him that I stammer sometimes, and then I take him through the left one.
Hey man, I'm a swordsman, not like a speech coach. Let's go.
I'm not. I wasn't fishing for anything, and I'm just explaining that I'm not.
Were you a finna fishing for something?
So, sweetie, go through the right door. Because if we're gonna take this thing out, we're gonna have to kill its organs. I say all at once, you know.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so
I'll go through the right door.
I'm looking at a thing that's a kidney bean, so it's probably the kidney, right? So
It might be.
I'm looking at the kidney.
It's an infinikidney.
An infidney.
An infini.
Nice.
Guys, we're like a family.
Yeah. Let's all split up and let's attack each organ. Let's all go in through different portals at once,
Yeah.
and we'll each attack.
That's what I'm
a
saying.
different
I'm
organ.
going through the left one with Valis.
So I got the kidney. So you go through the left portal. What do you see in there?
Let's see here. This area is more covered in veins and arteries than other rooms. Above you is an intricate lattice of pinkish fibers and rope-like strands.
The lattice starts about 30 feet above your heads, and the walls are pale pink, spiderwebbed with the delicate filigree of the veins. There are no exits, but above you, the whooshing of gases can be heard. You occasionally see a flash of blue-white sparks far overhead.
That's the lungs, right?
It's got to be the lungs, baby.
Yeah. So I got the kidney, you got the lungs. Mulrain, go into the right portal.
Yes, sir. I go into the right portal.
4 slippery slopes lay before you, stretching down through inky blackness several hundred feet.
Found the balls?
You think that you can pick one of these, but you shouldn't be able to climb up too easily. It's like a water world or something, you know, like slides.
Oh.
Like water slides.
Not like Water World.
All right, well,
Not like the movie, like the knockoff park.
There was a park called Water World?
Yeah, man. What are the odds that there wasn't a park called Water World? Like, I'm just saying.
The burden of proof isn't on me, okay?
all right, so I'm in the kidney room.
Yeah, you are.
How far is that sack of kidney bean shaped thing hanging above me?
I'd say it's a couple feet ahead.
All right, so I attack it with my
Vigor.
with my flaming sword.
Flaming sword attack. You strike the surface of the kidney bean, apparently, scoring a huge slice across its surface. It's then that you see the white-blue sparks approach. Quickly, they knit it back together, healing it.
Oh, fuck.
That's why it's not called a temporary fish.
Dad. Just kidding. Is it my turn or?
Yeah, so you went south, you went
Zach,
southwest.
can I punch up that joke?
Go ahead.
That's why they don't call it a finny fish.
Because it's finite.
Finite.
Yeah. I
All
got
right,
it.
well,
A finite fish.
You know what, Madison? I love your donuts.
There's just 4 slopes that go downward in different directions.
I'm gonna go for it. I have a great sense of adventure. So I jump down. I close my eyes and I just jump.
Randomly?
Yeah. Adventure!
Speeding down the slippery slope, you find yourself on a cushy landing. There appears to be a puddle of slime on the floor, and a small spot that looks like a pulsating sphincter nearby.
Oh, guys.
You're by the butthole, probably.
Yeah.
Guys, gotta see this!
You're several hundred feet and a meat curtain away.
Should we all go back up to the butthole? We should all get back up there, right?
You don't even know that happened.
Oh.
Can they hear me if I call up to them?
No. I mean, you just did and they didn't, so.
Oh, okay.
What does this say? Silver staff of Silva?
Yeah, Silva. Do you remember that thing that you climbed up out of the hatch with?
Right.
Yeah, so it's a long pole. If you learn that if you tap it against something, it gets longer, and there's a button that you can press on it. You don't know what it does.
Press that button.
As I press the button.
It gets stuck.
What do you mean it gets stuck?
It gets stuck.
Oh, the button does?
Try to unstick it.
I tap the staff on the.
It's stuck.
I try to unstick it.
It can't. It's stuck.
You just said try to unstick it.
Yeah. Try to unstick it.
Stop telling me what to do if it's not gonna. You're like a bully. Wait, I'm not hitting you. I'm not hitting you. What's he doing?
I'm sorry. The button's not stuck. The stick is stuck.
Stuck in what?
Stuck in wherever you had it last. You just can't move it. Because it's stuck.
Because is the button stuck in the stick?
No, the stick is stuck. The button's not stuck.
Unstick is stuck.
All right, so I push the button.
It becomes unstuck.
I
can't get a read on this audio.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I dig it. Well, that was, you just learned something.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see if I did. I stick the stick into the meat around me.
Okay, you do that, and it gets taller. So if you hold on, it'll lift you into the air.
All right, I want to reduce it again.
Okay.
How do I do that?
You tap it again.
I tap it.
There you go.
Okay.
Bam.
I push the button.
It gets stuck.
Your relationship with Spencer has become curiously more paternal.
All right, just give me a second here, will you? I unstick. I push the button again.
Nice. It gets unstuck.
Okay. All right. All right. It's like a tape measure. All right. Okay. All right. I can do this. Keep it together, Harmon.
Of that exchange, the best gets a free T-shirt.
I mean, I'm sure it's not my turn anymore because I just did all that bullshit. But, if it were my turn, and I'm not saying it is, but I would rather it not be so I can figure out what I want to do.
I take out my emerald dagger and attack the kidneys.
You attack the kidneys. Let's see if you hit. Let's see if you do damage. You do 7 damage, but again, those sparks knit the wound. The sparks crawl across the wound. The sparks then approach you with menace.
Uh-oh.
They miss.
Thank God for that.
I know what I want to do.
All right.
Summon Monster 2.
Okay.
I want to summon my squid.
Okay.
Can I control what the squid does? Can I kind of like...
Yeah.
I tell the squid, grab all those lungs and squeeze them. Squeeze those lungs, Albert.
Albert the squid?
There are no lungs. There might be lungs far above you, but
Squeeze
not.
those alveoli. Squeeze those
Arteries.
things that Spencer described.
The squid fails to reach them. They're too far overhead.
I press the button on the squid.
Nothing happens. Different squid, guys. Sorry, someone just asked a question.
Yeah, I heard.
All right. Well. I put the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I tap it. I'm gonna climb up there. If it's...
You're now in the lattice. You can climb it easily as if it were a ladder.
I do so.
You climb it easily as if it were a ladder.
My favorite thing about Spencer is how bored he seems.
I'm not bored.
I know you're not.
Yeah. You can see the flashes of light get closer and brighter. Darting to and fro across the strands, you can make out the spidery figures composed of bright light or some sort of energy.
Oh shit.
The figures speed up as you get closer. You can see at the heart of this webby mesh is a large, thin wall of membrane behind which a bright glow is cast. You hear the whooshing of gas exchange, respiration. The membrane expands and contracts rhythmically.
That's the lungs.
And I can't reach that from here, but I bet a guy with a far sword power could.
I leave the kidney room and join Sharpie in the lung room.
That'd be too convenient. You don't know that he needs you.
Yeah, but he's not doing it for that reason. He's doing it because he owes me $5.
I get lonely and I leave the kidney room and I call out to Sharpie.
Flashback to yesterday.
Hey, can I borrow $5?
Yeah, but I want it back. Like you always fucking forget about it.
Look, if we get separated, I'll fucking find you.
All right, well, but I'm serious. No matter what, I don't care what's going on. I want you immediately, 24 hours from now, to come find me. You're being my $5 back.
You're being an asshole.
Can you blame me?
Neither a borrower or lender be.
Well, do you want me to follow that?
I need $5 back.
Okay, fine. Swear to God. Swear to fucking God.
Okay. What God?
It's 3.
Okay. I swear to all 3 gods that if I ever get separated from you and I owe you this $5.
Blah blah blah. Flash forward.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Remembering that I owe Sharpie $5, I leave the kidney room and climb back through the whatever meat curtain or whatever portal I went through.
You don't know what meat curtain Sharpie's behind.
Shit.
I go through the left portal.
All right, great guess.
I remember, he was in the left one.
30 feet overhead, you see a pink mesh lattice of strands of some sort.
I use my climb ability to climb up the lattice.
Nope.
What?
Attempting to scale the wall, you fail miserably.
Sharpie!
Well, isn't the staff still?
Yeah, you can see a silver staff reaching
I tap the staff.
No, don't.
It gets stuck, right?
It's still. I think it's just there.
I climb up the staff.
You climb up the staff.
Jesus
Above
Christ.
you, you see the unprotected loins of a robed figure.
Sharpie, your loins are hanging out.
Well, they don't do a lot else.
All right, here's a 5 I owe you. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah. It's so good.
All right, I use my far sword ability to slash at the lungs.
Calling upon your training and harnessing your rage, you brandish your sword with much vigor and expertise. With one clean stroke, you make a burst of wind emanate forth from your sword. A large slash appears in the membrane. You feel like you might be able to crawl through it.
I crawl through it.
You crawl through it. You're inside of what seems to be a large spherical chamber. There's holes in the ceiling, and through those holes you hear a gurgling noise before a large blob of snot drops onto the floor before you. It arranges itself into a spider-like form. You see blades appear on its limbs.
Jesus.
It looks ready to anger fight.
Sharpie, get in here.
I go through the membrane.
All right, that happens.
Meanwhile, by the sphincter,
Yeah, so there's a puddle of slime in that sphincter.
I tie some of my rope to an arrow,
Okay.
and I shoot the arrow up the slide from whence I came.
You can't shoot that far.
But I try really hard. Or I shoot half as far. Can I get like half the way up?
You can get half the way up.
I go half the way, and
Yep.
and I shoot another arrow to get the other way, the other half up. While I'm doing this, I'm longing for Sharpie. I'm imagining that maybe Quark came across his loins, and I'm jealous.
With a sense of partial embarrassment and jealousy, you fire your arrow. It gets you towards the top of that ledge we were talking about.
All right.
By the way, for podcast listeners, my best high school friend Dave Frito has been sitting up here the entire time.
Dave, as somebody who has known Dan for a very long time, what advice do you have to my character that's trying to seduce him?
From a character perspective, it's a good question. You can try
A collar of submission.
No, it's not the power of submission. Well, in some senses, you kind of have to give it to his crazy ideas.
Okay.
Right? So any of the wacky, goofy concepts that he's going to bring up, and you can just simply follow and support on that. That's generally how it works best for sure.
All right.
Well, where are we at right now? So Dan and I are inside the
You're
lung.
inside the lung thing.
And she's inside the butthole, or we don't know what.
You're back in the main room now.
She's back in the main room.
And she was aware of where Dan went, so they didn't
All right.
even have the bullshit.
Can she rejoin us?
Blue, she's there.
Okay. Poof. So we're all in the lungs right now.
Yep.
All right. Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger!
Thanks, everybody.
And let's please thank Dave Frito for sitting up here showing you his summertime. And for setting me down the path that led me here to playing Dungeons and Dragons with you. Because the truth is, I bought that Dungeons and Dragons shirt that Dave saw, but I actually, like, I just bought it because I thought it was cool, and I wanted to seem like a guy that played Dungeons and Dragons. I bought it at, I think I went to Gen Con and bought it. All right, we gotta wrap things up, for better or for worse.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
We were told to get out of here like 9:30, so we.
Yeah. I mean, I always feel we gotta be off quicker than that because they gotta mop the stage for.
Dan, you wrap things up. Not with a W, with an R-A-P. Wrap things up.
Right.
You're from here, Dan. We came to Madison. Milwaukee's only what, like an hour away?
Yeah.
And we didn't meet your family. Bones didn't come. Your mom and dad didn't come.
Yeah, we don't get along. Like my brother's still mad because I read his emails. I had Adam Goldberg read his emails, and he wrote me even more hilarious emails about how mad he was about it, and I didn't read them because he's stupid and he's overly dramatic, and he's 5 years older than me, and he should be a big brother to me and say, "Ooh, you can do whatever you want. You're my little brother." But instead, he's a big knob. And if you love your brother,
is it weird for you to come back to Wisconsin and not touch base at all with your family? Like, they're only an hour away, and you rarely see them. When was the last time you saw your brother?
I don't know. I think it was like I think I came out for his wedding to Milwaukee, and he was gonna get married, and then I had a big fight with him the night before his wedding. So then I just went to the zoo with my girlfriend and went home. I don't like him, and he doesn't like me. We can't be together without fighting. You know, it's like it's
do you think you'll ever, like, as you get older, you'll ever be friends with him again?
I don't know. Well, I mean, we've gone through periods where several years go by and it's like we're cool with each other, you know, because he has his business, you know, like we overlap with interests. Like we were both into like computer modeling for a while, and like but it's gotta it's a relationship dependent on a lot of time and space, like between like receptors. Like anytime it gets, you know, it's hard for me to not piss him off in some way.
Yeah. Right. How about your mom and dad?
They're in Florida.
Is your grandpa still alive?
Which grandpa?
Guadalcanal.
No, he died of emphysema. What's that?
Yay, Guadalcanal? You're cheering the Battle of Guadalcanal? Oh, you're cheering the...
Oh, yeah. Both of my grandpas on my mom and dad's side, my biological grandpas, they were both like hardcore, like fucking World War II guys. Like they both fought in different theaters. I can't remember. One was the Majestic. I think my grandpa on my mom's side, it was at Guadalcanal, and like never talked about it. And then my grandpa on my dad's side, I think he was in Europe. I can't remember actually. He was somewhere badass, and like and then I did improv and wrote Monster House. So we all contributed to freedom. Also, I complain about the government nonstop and about paying taxes. But you know what? I never really realized what sacrifice meant until I came to Madison. As I close down the show, I wonder how to grow in Harmontown. My heart is a flower. Every minute's an hour. That doesn't make sense. But we've all done. Sorry, I thought you were interrupting me. Sorry, I get a little upset. Hello. Jeff, I'm gonna miss you. You're gonna leave for a couple shows.
I'm gone for 2 days, for 2 shows. I have to go to shows with Greg Brooks and Ryan Stiles in Washington. And you're going to be on your own. Aaron McGaffey is going to be sitting where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah.
And it'll be a whole different kind of show.
back in LA, you had some goo in your hand, and you said, "What's this?" And I said, "It's love." You should be wearing a glove, because it probably has germs in it, or at least microscopic worms in it. In any case, just put it down and let's drink. And so you did. Oh, we should tell them that where we're going after the show, because
We're gonna go to the Great Dane Bar. It's I think across the street, so it's not that far. I'll have beers and Dan will sign your shirt.
Dan will sign your shit because Dan has a fraud complex.
Dan, I won't be gone very long. I'll be back when we get to, I think, Salt Lake City, and Aaron McGathy is throwing swag to the crowd. She doesn't throw shit very far. Sometimes it only flies right into the first row.
What's your name?
Alex.
Wow, Alex. What a name. Now I'm making a song about Alex. No, I'm not. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew, I'm making a song. No, I'm not. What's your name?
Joey.
Joey's got a sweater on.
In
Harmontown. In your butt, cause your mama's a slut. No, she's not. I'm so sorry. It just goes to that place when you're
Dan, I have a question for you.
Yes,
I'm going
Jeff.
to be away for a day or two.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do when I'm gone without me?
I'm gonna pee in this guy's mouth. What's your name? I'm gonna pee in Zach's mouth.
That's not enough. You can't just pee in a guy's mouth while I'm gone.
Sorry, Zach. I'm not gonna pee in your mouth. Zach, what's your favorite food?
Pizza.
I'm gonna give Zach a pizza. I don't know. Is that enough? Jeff, come on, wrap it up. Like, give me a rap beat.
You want a rap beat?
This is not a fucking gentle crowd. Like,
Okay, yeah,
get
yeah.
fucking hardcore.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Do the Eminem one so they can do the little.
Okay,
Rihanna,
I got you. Let's shit. Hold
that'll
up.
make them feel like they got their money's
Hold
worth.
up.
Suckers. I'm P.T. Barnum. Yo, Madtown. Got my feet on the ground. Yo, gonna rap. Gonna be badass, not gonna be bad. I went to Madison now. I fucked your mama like a cow. It's in the pasture and how. I grabbed her titties like two udders and shuddered and said, "Give me the milk and then I'll make butter with her. I'm gonna put it in a bowl and eat it down. I'm gonna fuck your mama's pussy and use her titties to make butter." I've been over that. Just give me a second, but now do the refrain. Come on down to Harmontown. Turn that frown upside down. Butter.
Pee is yellow, poop is brown.
Dairy. Come on down to Harmontown. Dairy farmers from lake to lake. Madison ain't like that though. They like shit like steak. They like to eat it with potatoes. I heard your mama's titties look like Caleb. Staying in a guest house, creeping like a mouse while a murderer happens in the background.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown tonight, you guys. It's time to go. Dan Harmon, one more time. Come on down to Harmontown. Spencer Crittenden. I'm Jeff Davis, Aaron McGathy, David Friel, Bob Orvis. All of you who helped us out.
Signing on my back, rapping from upside down. I fucked your mama so hard, she was a clown. Fucked her in her eyes, fucked her in her nose. Fucked your mama till she started to grow.
We got the light,
I
Dan.
fucked your mama
Yeah.
and I got the light.
It's
I
time
fucked
to
your
go,
mama,
Dan.
but I'm doing too long a show tonight.
It's
I
time
fucked
to
your
go.
mama. I fucked your mama like Ringo. I fucked your mama like Ringo. I fucked her on the stage.
We have the light, it's time to go.
I gotta go, but I don't wanna go. Don't take photos. Don't take photos. Don't Instagram it. Don't Instagram it. Look at me. Don't you Instagram it. I had a girl. Instagram it. Well, I start grabbing around. star.
Come on down to Harmontown. Thank you so much. Good
Thank
night.
you, Wisconsin. Go to the next place. God bless you.
Buddy.
Bless you all. Thank you, Majestic Theater. Thank you, Madison, Wisconsin. A little house music, please.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Frito.